sports and entertainment, I want you to hit that like button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you are not a member, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community. And salute to all of the people that rock with me, my day ones, my new subs, and of course the people that if you don't fuck with me, hey, that's cool too. All right. I appreciate all of the naysaying, the hating, the backstabbing, the deception, anything that you can try to do to destroy my channel, man. I appreciate it, and try to destroy me as a human being. I appreciate it too. So you do your best job to do that, man. And I hope that it works out good for you in the end. Oh man. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and get right to it. Um, Before I get this video started, man, the first person that I saw talking about this was Dreamers Pro. If you're not sub to Dreamers Pro, definitely go sub to his channel. Need no introduction, man. Always dropping content, and definitely very knowledgeable about a wide variety of topics. Now, with the Super Bowl getting ready to come up, we know that we're in the middle of basketball season. We're about to hit the midpoint. It's about to be the All-Star game coming up. We know that it's February, and it's that time of month. But also we got the Super Bowl that's happening tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. This weekend, Sunday. Sorry. Um, there has been comparisons that Patrick Mahomes has received, even before him doing the unthinkable, doing what no other quarterback has done in the history since the Super Bowl era has done, which is winning 3 straight Super Bowls. And he has received comparisons. How you doing, Eunice? He has received comparisons to MJ, but Pat Mahomes has shut that down. And I got to give Pat Mahomes props to shutting down the MJ comparisons. And he basically said no one will ever be able to touch Jordan for what he has done. In so many words, I'm not going to quote exactly what he said, but basically, you know, you have to give Jordan his respect, and we need to stop trying to make these comparisons to Jordan, because there won't be another Michael Jordan. There will not be another MJ. And I'm glad Patrick Mahomes had came out and stated that, because many guys within his generation, they not only be better than Jordan, which you should ultimately try to do, but they disrespect Jordan. Okay, go to so far as to throw salt on his name, or say that he wasn't this or he wasn't doing that. No, now you see many guys that are actually showing respect. Like the person that comes to mind is Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. If you notice, Anthony Edwards as of late, and I'm not trying to get off the subject and everything, but I had to talk about this right quick, and I'm gonna do this in another video. Anthony Edwards, as of late, ever since he has had a conversation with the great MJ, who a lot of people have compared him to, he has took his play up to another level, because the Timberwolves have shot up to I think 6th place right now in the Western Conference, and that was because of him having that conversation with Michael Jordan. You know, I think I was talking to one of my subs, and he said, "Yeah, you shouldn't talk to MJ." I think it was Stephen Green. Shout out to Stephen Green, and he was saying something talking about, yeah, Anthony Edwards shouldn't talk to MJ, or no other player should talk to MJ. You should try to figure it out on your own. Well, I disagree with that, and the reason why I do disagree with that. Hey, what's up, Orbit? The reason why I do disagree with that is because in order for you to be great, you do have to pick the brain of some people. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're ever going to be like them, you know, but you can still develop your own identity. But it's no different than you taking advice from your friends. It's no difference from you taking some advice from like a coworker, or even for that matter your family members, such as your parents or somebody that's older. But basically, man, what I'm trying to tell you is that Pat Mahomes, he knows what Jordan, what his profound impact was to the sports world, not only basketball but just the sports world in general. That's why you have people saying, yeah, he's the MJ of this, or he's the MJ of that, or something like that. Now they're trying to bring that comparison when it comes to Pat Mahomes to the great MJ. Cheyenne, what's going down, man? How you doing, bro? Right now we're talking about Pat Mahomes and him shutting down the comparisons to MJ, and basically saying that there won't be an MJ. And what I'm saying is I salute Pat Mahomes. Listen, man, if anybody comes on this channel, man, and they think that I don't respect Pat Mahomes, or I'm gonna hate on Pat Mahomes, or I'm gonna say the refs, or Pat Mahomes cheated and all this other stuff, you're sadly mistaken. Pat Mahomes has the best resume in football, and this year he didn't even make the Pro Bowl. Didn't make the Pro Bowl. Didn't get an MVP. But guess what? He could possibly put the icing on the cake by getting not only the the Super Bowl MVP, but for that matter, doing something that no other quarterback has done in the Super Bowl era. And that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Pat Mahomes gets so much slander, so much hate for simply just being who he is. If you know Pat Mahomes and you talk to this guy, he's not cocky. If you know Pat Mahomes and you've seen this guy, he is a hard worker. If you know Pat Mahomes and you know what he's about, he's actually a humble dude, man, and he cares about his teammates and stuff. And a lot of people, they think, oh yeah, he has something to do with the refs and all this other stuff. Man, he just going out there playing football. Man, he can't help um, the officiating and what they calling and all this other stuff. You act like he gave him a boatload of money or something like that, and told them, yeah, do this or do that. If that was the case, he would have won every single damn game that he's been in. He would have won every single. Um, he wouldn't have took no L's. Come on. Sorry, y'all. You said these MJ comparisons is going uh, getting out of hand. Yeah, I mean, but they gotta, they're trying to find someone to compare, MJ to. They want it's a good storyline. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's them trying to sit here and make that dumbass comparison about LeBron and MJ, or even of course the classic one that they were doing was MJ and Kobe. Even though that Kobe was close to MJ, but he still wasn't no MJ or whatever. And naturally, Kobe had really his own. He put a little spice to his own game. You know what I'm saying? He had some stuff. He he did a lot of stuff that was like MJ or not. Don't get me wrong, but he put a little spice and pizzazz to his own. It's just like MJ. He took from guys like David Thompson, Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? He took a little bit from Magic, took a little bit from all of those guys or whatever. But he was able to put the sauce on, on his own game, so to speak. You know, if you have people trying to be like you and trying to emulate your game, which a lot of guys were, then that should try to tell you something. Like I don't see anybody trying to emulate MJ, but like I said, I see a lot of people that try to duplicate what Steph Curry does. But to get back to what I was saying, nevertheless, man, talking about Pat Mahomes, I'm glad he came out and he said that. Pat Mahomes, man, look, you can hate him. You know, everybody says, "Oh, well, I don't want to see him win again," and all this other stuff. Why not? Everybody else wanted to see Brady win, wanted to see him win all the time. He was in it every year and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When he came over to Tampa Bay and everything like that, they were trying to do a little comeback story and all this other stuff. Pat Mahomes has been good to the sport. This guy plays hurt. He's played injured. He's a leader. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't give up. Didn't make no excuses. Doesn't sit out games. You know what I'm saying? Unless he absolutely has to. You know what I'm saying? Just to get rest before the playoffs or some shit like that. But other than that, this is a guy that you do want on your team. This is the guy that you do want as your quarterback. You know, and I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan or anything like that, but Pat Mahomes, he is that guy, and you have to give him his respect. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the comparison to MJ or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now the LeBron was a stupid ass comparison. They're just trying to throw that in there so they could keep LeBron afloat and everything. But um, Pat Mahomes was instrumental in saying that. He was saying that nobody will touch Jordan. I mean, you're talking about a guy that Jordan that's been removed for 20 removed from the sport for 20 plus years or seasons, and they're still talking about him. They're still wearing his shoes, still doing everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give him that that respect in that regards. And Pat Mahomes, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be doing the same thing. See, guys act like Pat Mahomes has been in the league, forever. With his success rate and the stuff that he's doing, I mean, you would say that he's been in the league forever, but he's only been in the league 7 seasons, and he's already accomplishing uh, more in the short period of time that he's been in comparison to Tom Brady or some of these other quarterbacks. And I know that's tough for some people to hear. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to talk about Mahomes. Hey, I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't like Steph Curry? I'm gonna talk about him. You know what I'm saying? You don't like MJ? I'm gonna talk about him. You know what I'm saying? That's just on you. You know. And guys don't like talking about guys that are successful. Pat Mahomes, he's successful. If you're good to the game and you don't cheat the game, which Pat Mahomes has not done to me. I'm not talking about like the officiating and all that shit. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about in terms of doing something illegal or what I'm saying, trying to get over or all the stuff that they said that Brady did and stuff like that. Man, nah, man, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna sit up there and agree with you on any type of smear campaign and all this other stuff. Absolutely not. He's been good to the game. He's been humble. You know what I'm saying? Got a good family background. Has did his dad have his ups and downs? Yeah, yeah. But that don't have nothing to do with Pat Mahomes. It don't have nothing to do with him being successful. And that's what kills me. Guys sit up here and they judge a guy based off of what his dad done and what his mom did and what his baby mama got going and all this other stuff. That is not that individual. That's not him. You know what his job is he's doing well, and that is to go out there and win football games. After that, we could talk about the rest. But until then, he's doing what's necessary and what they pay him to do. That's why they market around him. Like in the beginning, I wasn't sold on Pat Mahomes. You know, I wasn't sold on Pat Mahomes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be real. I thought that Josh Allen, who just recently won the MVP, in which he got, got a sympathy MVP so much. You know what I'm saying? I like Josh Allen, but he didn't deserve to win. You know what I'm saying? You said, the problem with this generation that people can't appreciate greatness. I can't stand LeBron, but playing for 22 seasons. Listen, man, I'm gonna say this, man. All right, and I want people to hear me clear. And you brought up a good point, Cheyenne. I don't have a problem with LeBron being 40 years old and playing and all that other stuff, right? Because if we're gonna do that, then you would have to have a problem with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You would have to have a problem with Michael Jordan. You would have to have a problem with Vince Carter. You would have to have a problem with Moses Malone. You would have to have a problem with who else? I'm trying to think of some other guys, that played it. You know, Udonis Haslam. You would have to have a problem with a lot of the guys that play. My problem with this is what I feel. I blame more the NBA more than I blame LeBron. Now LeBron is at fault for a lot of this, but marketing around a guy that's 40 years old. I mean, what does that say about your product? Now, don't get me wrong. Now the NBA is doing a smart thing because they know that pretty much all the sports are starting to leave them in the dust. You even got the WNBA about to leave them in the dust in terms of viewership. You got the NFL, 57.7 mil, about to leave them in the dust. You know what I'm saying? You got people more entertained by watching WWE on Netflix and watching boxing on Netflix and watching Jake Paul on Netflix and stuff like that rather than watching the NBA game. Now, think about what's about to take place, Cheyenne. You got Luka, and I don't mean to get off the subject, but I mean, you brought this up and I had to bring this up. Now you have, LeBron about to play with Luka. We know that it brought an energy to LeBron. Now it's kind of like Serge. You see, he put up 42, and he's like, "Oh man, I got somebody who's younger than me, who's better than me, who's doing it at a higher rate than me, whose jersey sales are selling. He's in the biggest market pretty much when you talk about basketball, because when you talk about basketball, you talk about the Lakers. When you talk about basketball, you talk about the Knicks. When you talk about basketball, you talk about the Celtics. And then Luka, everybody's anxious to see him play tomorrow, which probably not going to happen or whatever. They're probably waiting for the Utah game and everything. And now it's like, now everybody's anxious to see what's happening. And then on top of that, you got Super Bowl weekend. So while they're talking about the Super Bowl, guess what? They're talking about, the Lakers getting ready to play and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about, these trades that done went down. You got Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith debating, over the GOAT conversation and all this other stuff. So it's good for talking heads. It's good for pundits, talking pundits, and also at the same time, Cheyenne, it's good for the ratings. Now the ratings are starting to shoot up, and Jeannie Buss wants to talk this shit about LeBron being a bargain. No, Luka is the bargain. You say what you want about Luka, even though he's unathletic, can't jump out the gym, can't play no defense. Guess what? The motherfucker gonna win. The motherfucker got a killer instinct. The motherfucker got a crunch time. He's a crunch time demon. You feel me? That motherfucker wants to smoke. Sort of like Kobe, he wanted to smoke. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the ball in his hand at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck. He there to entertain. Sister Noble, what's going on, sweetie? How you doing? You've been gone for a minute. How you doing, sweetie? You said the Chiefs gonna win again. Not a fan, but they gonna win. Yeah, I mean, look, you never know what could happen, Sister Noble. You said Luka in LA and Jimmy in Golden State. Yeah, I mean, look, the NBA. Look, hey, y'all want to see this? Hey, look, Cheyenne, Sister Noble. Everybody been complaining, oh man, I'm tired of LeBron. I don't want to see LeBron. LeBron get on my nerves and all that. Well, look, they got Luka in that motherfucker now. So now y'all been complaining, all y'all been talking about, oh man, all they talk about, nah, you got Luka in that motherfucker. They put the writing on the wall. They like, look, we gonna market around these young superstars. What better place to get them in than LA? They got him in L.A., a big-ass market. They got him in L.A. where Kobe was. They got him in L.A. where Kareem was. They got him in L.A. where Magic was. So now they got Luka up in there. One of the, top scorers in the NBA. Top 3. They got him ranked number 3 behind Joker and SGA. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucking man at the end of the game, man, listen, bro. You might not like the fact that he dribble all day. You know what I'm saying? You might not like the fact that the motherfucker can't, he a little big and everything. You know what I'm saying? You might not like the fact that motherfucker, bitch and complain and do all that other shit. But guess what? That motherfucker gonna win. You know what I'm saying? And you got Jimmy Butler. You got Jimmy Butler in Golden State. So, I mean, look, got people intrigued. It's about being intrigued. It's about people, they're anxious to see what's gonna. They're so anxious. Man, they are anxious to see what is gonna happen, to see what's gonna go down. The anticipation. Super Bowl weekend. You know what I'm saying? They want to see how Jimmy gonna mesh with Steph Curry and mesh with Draymond Green. And the rest of the team. They're gonna see how Luka. You got people up in this motherfucker talking about the Lakers gonna go to the finals. Now I don't think so. I don't think that shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I still got OKC coming out the West. Now, what's it called? Memphis is making a push. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Memphis is making a push. You still can't rule out H-Town, even though they done lost 5 straight. You know what I'm saying? And the Timberwolves, like I said, they are making a push right now before the All-Star break. Listen, I want y'all to know the season begins after All-Star game. You know what I'm saying, Cheyenne? You said I got the Warriors finishing as the 7th seed. Man, you never know. They might jump up to the 6th seed. Listen, one thing you cannot doubt is that motherfucking Jimmy Butler, man. Everybody talk about, oh, he old, he can't do this, he can't do that. Listen, man, he was humble in that press conference. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You a Warriors fan, Cheyenne, right? You a Warriors fan. You know what I'm saying? You go to state. You know what I'm saying? You Philadelphia Warrior. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You San Francisco Warrior. You know what I'm saying? You run TMC. You know what I'm saying? You Latrell Sprewell and them. You know what I'm saying? And them, you know what I'm saying? You Chris Mullin in them. You know what I'm saying? You Will Chamberlain at one time in them. You Nate Thurman in them. No man, don't act like them. You Tim Hardaway in them. You know what I'm saying? You Chris Webber, C Webb. You know what I'm saying? Young C Webb in them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. MC Hammer, Too Short. Oakland. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I know the history, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You Oracle in them. You feel me? You San Leandro in them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I got family up there. So we know about the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that Jimmy Butler, he knows what's the stakes here. They got expectations in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Dunleavy, yeah, he brought you in there. You know what I'm saying? But Dunleavy, like, look, you fuck up one time, nigga, your ass is out of here. You know what I'm saying? Dunleavy played in the league representing that dude. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all motherfuckers think that, nigga don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, Cheyenne, I just sound like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be all scientific with the analytics. You know, +2 = 4 and all that other bullshit. Nah, man, I don't need to do that shit all the time, but I know it. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't drop knowledge 24/7, 365. You know what I'm saying? Man, LDBC don't die. We fish fry around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that, don't sleep on Jimmy Butler. Y'all think, oh, he old, he 36, he ain't gonna, nigga, LeBron 40. Up in there shooting from half court and all that other bullshit. And they market around him. So what's 36 to Jimmy Butler? What's 36 to Steph Curry? What's 36 to KD? You said everyone on the internet is waiting for Jimmy and Draymond. Man, that shit ain't gonna happen, man. Jimmy Jimmy's the dog. He cut different than Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I know y'all. I love Kevin Durant too, but he ain't got Jimmy Butler mentality, man. He from here. Nah, he from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. Like, nah, he from that. He got that natural strength. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Live, man. He don't bar shit around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy done been. He done been from. He done came from humble beginnings. So if Jimmy, if to come with all that bullshit or whatever, he be like, nigga, who the shut the fuck up, nigga, let's get it on, nigga. Hit that nigga good. And you gonna feel the fucking hands too, and then go ahead and get back to basketball, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how you supposed to do it. That's how you earn your respect. No, man, he called me a bitch. I gotta leave. Nah, you settle that motherfucker right there. That's why you ain't got no championship. You got championship with them, but you ain't got no championships on your own. Oh no, man, what, man? I don't want to go back over there, man. No, man. Jordan Poole. Oh man, he hit me. Man, all this crybaby ass shit. Nah, man, go back in that motherfucker and finish what you started. Man, Draymond's actually a pretty cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fiery personality. Nigga, you're not supposed to be nice and all soft and sweet and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant said, this ain't soft, this ain't sweet, this ain't none of that shit. This ain't what that league is about. Everybody want to be kumbaya, my lord, all this other bullshit. Nah, fuck all that. Nah, man. That's how you gonna win, man. You think Jordan was all nice and shit like that? Nah, you like, man, get the fuck out of my face, man. You got Scottie Pippen up in there. I don't think that we were friends. You ain't assertive about nothing. That's why you couldn't lead no goddamn team, man. You said Kevin Durant is better overall player, but Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, he smokes them in terms of fundamentals and all that other shit. But what good is that, man? What good is that, man? If you ain't got, like what they say on Rocky, the eye of the tiger. You know what I'm saying? The beast of the lion. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, you ain't no, you cut from a different cloth. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody, I don't know, man. It's like Kevin Durant could have just stayed, you know what I'm saying, and just worked that shit out. Now, on the flip side of that, though, Cheyenne, I will say this, though. about Kevin Durant, right? In that regard, right? I think like he had heard rumblings that this will always be Steph Curry's team and something like that. So I think he felt the way because of course he came there when Curry was already there, and there was rumblings about him not having the keys to the organization and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some guys can handle it, some guys can't. But I mean, it's looking like it now that that's the player that you will always be. You'll always be a good complementary player. You'll never be a player that will be able to lead a team um, to the promised land like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is okay. You know what I'm saying? We know that James Harden, he could never lead a team to the promised land like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just guys in there, like Damian Lillard. He'll never be able to lead a team to a promised land. You know, but is he a phenomenal player? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But if it was me, Cheyenne, I would have just went ahead and stayed. You know what I'm saying? You had fucking MC Hammer coming out of the woodwork, Cheyenne. You know what I'm saying? You know about MC Hammer. Hammer, I am. Had him. Had MC Hammer. You had MC Hammer coming out in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You had E40 coming out there. Motherfucker had Too Short out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Too Short got to keep it clean. He can't go back to cocktails and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate Warriors basketball. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Klay Thompson is my favorite Warrior of all time. Till he left. You know what I'm saying? But we got some other teams. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be interested. In terms of the trades and stuff like that. Like De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. You know what I'm saying? People want to see that. People want to see the Spurs. Don't forget about the Spurs. At one time, everybody, they was marketing around the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Even though, they didn't seem all that popular and stuff like that. But man, if you went to San Antonio, you was around during that time, man, San Antonio was booming. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you had your Miami. You know what I'm saying? What's better than go to Miami, Cheyenne? You know what I'm saying? See some, on the spring break, you know what I'm saying? See some two pieces, you know what I'm saying, with one of them Cubanas, walking around there, you know what I'm saying? You said KD should have stayed and go to state. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people felt that way. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people felt that way. Look, I wouldn't have been mad if he would have stayed, you know what I'm saying? But that was the media. See, he didn't have his own mind. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't strong-minded. Like, if he was strong-minded, he'd have been like all the people that was calling him cupcake and all this other bullshit. I was like, look, man, I eat your girl cupcake. Nah, open that shit up and eat it up good, nigga. Yeah. Say something else, bitch. Yeah, but you didn't have a mind like that. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't cut like that. Nah, you want to sit up there and let the media drive you out of there. You let Draymond up in there talk you down and all that other bullshit. Nah, go handle that shit like men. You said Clay cooked Boston last night. Yeah, man. Hey, everybody talk all this shit about Klay Thompson, man. Oh, Clay's done and all this other shit. Watch when Anthony Davis get there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, oh, Anthony Davis, he ain't going to do this. He ain't going to do that. Listen, let me tell you something about Anthony Davis. When healthy, Anthony Davis is not to be fucked with. I said when healthy, you're not fucking with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is a nigga that can get you 40 and 20 and maybe 4 or 5 blocks. You understand? Anthony Davis, man, can pull up from either the mid-range or 3. Anthony Davis does got post moves. Anthony Davis can clean up. Anthony Davis can handle the rock. Anthony Davis can run the pick and roll. Anthony Davis can pick and pop. But he just got to be healthy. You act like Anthony Davis wasn't responsible for that goddamn bubble ring and fucking Starburst ring and M&M ring. You know what I'm saying? Reese's peanut butter cup ring, whatever the fuck it is, man. That motherfucker was responsible for that shit. He said gave the Warriors problem back in the day. Hell yeah, man. Anthony Davis when healthy. Man, people act like this motherfucker. A lot of people didn't want Anthony Davis on the team. Man, you out your goddamn mind. That's why Nico Harrison, wanted him in Dallas. He said defense wins championship. You got to realize when they went to when they won in the bubble, Anthony Davis, a lot of people felt like Anthony Davis should have won that MVP instead of LeBron. They had a combination of bigs that could get it done. You had JaVale McGee, rim protecting, rebounding, able to run the floor as a big. You know what I'm saying? All that Shaq in the fool shit, I ain't give a fuck about that shit, man. As long as that motherfucker did his job. And you got to realize JaVale McGee won championships with the goddamn Warriors, Cheyenne. Yeah. They call him Shaq in the fool, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? He got just as many rings as Shaquille do. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that motherfucker JaVale McGee. I've seen that motherfucker JaVale McGee in person. That motherfucker is huge. His mama tall too. Shit. Yeah, JaVale McGee was down here. You know what I'm saying? JaVale McGee looked like a goddamn tall ass version of Lloyd Banks and shit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to JaVale McGee. Real cool guy, man. But yeah, all that Shaq and the fool and shit like that, man, run up on that nigga, man. That motherfucker will pick you up with 2 fingers by your shirt. Yeah, but man, all that, oh yeah, AD ain't gonna do nothing. He just gotta be healthy. If AD is healthy, he gonna be straight. If AD is healthy, he gonna be straight. You said the reason AD kept getting hurt is because he kept playing center. Well, see, that right there, Cheyenne, man, you know what? AD, man, I understand he want to play, his natural position. I understand that shit, but, man, you just got to go out there and fucking play, man. Like Larry Bird, okay? Larry Bird was originally, I don't think a lot of people realize this, and shout out to Two Raw for TV because he let people know that Larry Bird was originally a power forward. But he played out of position, for the majority of his career. He played at the small forward position. That's why he actually was a decent rebounder. He never averaged less than 10 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you got to get over that shit. You just got to play. You know what I'm saying? And now, in this day and age, you know what I'm saying? It's a rare condition this day and age. Oh man, I'm about to start singing Family Matters and shit. It's a rare condition this day and age. Nah, but this day and age, man, it's positionless basketball. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like Bob Knight said it's about Jordan. He was like, yeah, well, we need a center. Well, play Jordan at center. We need a power forward. Play Jordan at power forward. Man, look, you could play Jordan at any goddamn position. They could just put that motherfucker on the floor. Imagine playing him back. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about right there, Cheyenne. Ooh, old school. They couldn't handle this motherfucker, man. That's how you supposed to do it, man. Hey, look. Hey, that's how we used to train. That's how you supposed to train. That's what, nigga, no fucking air conditioner at all. The weight room got to be hot than a motherfucker, man. The only thing you got in there, man, you got a little bit of water. That's it, nigga. Yeah, man, these motherfuckers can't handle that shit, Cheyenne. Oh yeah, I love that shit. Yeah, put me in a hot ass gym. That's what you want. So that way, when the that shit like that, man, it'll be easy. Feel like you finna suffocate in that motherfucker, man. Your ribs is showing when you running so hard. Imagine LeBron playing it, man, that motherfucker would not even make it, man. That motherfuckers, man, they'll be up in there crying for their mama, nigga. You said in my LeBron, yeah, man, that motherfucker can't handle that shit. Be crying, he already crying about, playing all these goddamn games and shit like that, man. Fuck all that, man. Nah, that's how you supposed to play. I mean, if they'd have cut the AC off on me, shit, that'd have been even better. Cause I like playing. We used to play in like 90, 100-degree weather, nigga. Having tournaments. That separates the men from the beast. So having no AC in that motherfucker, man, shit, that shit don't bother me. That's how you really supposed to train. Yeah, cut that motherfucker AC off, man. On a parquet floor, you know what I'm saying? With your fucking locker room fucked up. Yeah, you're gonna have a couple of friends in there, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some big ass rats in there and shit. You might have some dead rats. It might smell like dead rats and shit when you walk in the locker room and shit. Yeah, man. Toilets don't flush. Oh yeah, man. You talk about the struggle there. Nah, he couldn't handle that. He couldn't, man. They wouldn't be able to handle that shit. But you know who could? MJ. Man, MJ didn't matter, man. MJ, man, say cut the AC off, man. It don't matter. Shit, cut that motherfucker off. I can handle anything that you throw at me. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, man, that's what you're supposed to do, man. Handle anything that you throw at me, nigga. I'm still gonna put up 63 in that motherfucker. I'm still gonna put 63 in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Shit, we could play double rim. We could play double rim. You know what I'm saying? You could have, we could play with the chains or we could play with the nets. It don't matter. Shit, however you want it. However you want it, man. However you want it. Yeah, we're not talking about that no more though, man. We over here, we all over the place right now though, man. But MJ, I mean, what's it called? Pat Mahomes says stop all the MJ comparisons, and basically that's what I was saying is that we got to stop all the MJ comparisons, man. That it's only gonna be one MJ. Pat Mahomes is just gonna be himself, man. And he doesn't want to be compared to MJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he gonna be the first to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's rare that you have guys that three-peat and everything, but I can understand. I respect Pat Mahomes for what he doing. Now, you coming up in here and you talking about Pat Mahomes, the GOAT, and all this other stuff, man. You wasn't even talking about Pat Mahomes, man. You was up in there talking about Lamar Jackson. You see how you change up, man? First you first first you like Lamar Jackson, now you like Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? first you like Earl Spence, now you like Terrence Crawford, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Man, get up out of here, man. Then you up in here talking about Canelo a clown, man. He got a 4-fight deal, bro. A 4-fight deal that's going to include Benavidez and it's going to include Terrence Crawford. And guess what? If he end up fighting both, man, there's nothing that you could say. He ain't ducking no smoke. And the deal is already done. It's going to happen. They going to fight in September. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is going to be a great fight for either one. I disagree with a lot of people that sit up there and say that this fight doesn't benefit either one. You know what I'm saying? Some people say it doesn't benefit Terrence Crawford or whatever because they say that he's not going to get the credit. Bullshit. If that motherfucker beat Canelo, he took down a king. He arguably is going to be better than Mayweather. He is, because he'll do something that Mayweather had not done. Mayweather ain't never been undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather ain't never moved up. He ain't never moved up 2 weight classes on 168. You know what I'm saying? From where he was in order to take down the king. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and he done beat a nigga that done fought at 175. Okay, well, we'll just have to see. There's one way to find out. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to see. Like, I'm not gonna go here and be like, oh yeah, wishing upon a star. We'll have to see when they get in that square circle. Then we'll have to see. Now it's put up a shut up. Hey, look, y'all you've been bitching and whining and crying. Canelo don't fight no black folks. Canelo don't fight this guy. He ducking smoke. He doing this. He doing that. Well, he signed a 4-fight deal. So now it's about to go down. And then I already know what you're going to say. If he win, then you're going to have some other excuses. You said T-Bud and Tank. Nobody. Man, please, man. Tank. I wish you would stop talking about Tank, man. Tank has not been active. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he fought Frank Martin and everything, but, man, he ain't got nobody on his resume. When you get a good resume, come and talk to me. Other than that, man, you knocking down all these, tomato cans and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got multiple belts. You ain't undisputed. You ain't moving up. You know what I'm saying? Now, Shakur, he gonna move up. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna end up mastering the sweet science. But, you talking about all this Tank and all this other stuff, man. No. We talking about Terrence Bud Crawford, and we're talking about Canelo. Tank ain't come out in this conversation. Matter of fact, he need to be worried about why he talk about Terrence Bud Crawford wife and all that other shit. He need to be worried about his baby mama throwing shit on his face and all that. He gonna feel good when T-Bud drop Canelo and you quiet. I don't think that's gonna happen. How many times has Canelo hit the canvas? And you can go ahead and respond to that. You don't have to. Don't avoid the question. Don't avoid the question. Don't avoid the question. Just stay right there and answer the question. How many times has he hit the canvas? None. None. See, you see how you avoid. You see, I did that on purpose. I asked you how many times has he hit the canvas. I didn't ask you, oh yeah, did he fight this person? Did he fight that person? And all this other stuff. I asked you how many times has has what's his name Canelo hit the canvas. He ain't never hit the canvas. So therefore, that is not gonna happen. Okay, all right. And then on top of that, man, you act like Terrence Bud Crawford just gonna come in there and just knock out a dude that done that done lived in 168. Man, are you kidding me? That's why there's weight classes for a reason. Now, I do give Canelo, what's it called, Terrence Bud. I give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? He is strong. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna knock out Canelo, man. That's not happening. Okay, I'm glad you answered that, but that was a long time ago. Okay, but this is what I wanted to talk about with Canelo, and I wanted to talk about with T. Bud. You know what I'm saying? Now, Canelo needs to thank both Terrence Bud Crawford, and he needs to thank Turkey Ashik. The reason why he needs to thank Turkey Ashik is because Turkey Ashik has made it happen. He's been throwing him a bag, you know what I'm saying, negotiating and everything, you know what I'm saying? And at first, Canelo was rude and disrespectful to Turkey Ashik. Turkey Ashik welcomed him with open arms. So I feel like Canelo needs to be thankful that Turk is making this happen. Everybody going. He gonna take over boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's why people doing business with him. You know what I'm saying? If people want to get the fight done. You know what I'm saying? You want to see all this Tank. Oh, yeah, I might fight. Nah, I ain't going to fight. Oh, I might fight. Nah, I ain't going to fight. You want to see all that shit. Oh, yeah, well, I think I'm going to fight Shakur Stevens. Nah, I ain't going to fight him. Man, nah, man. Nigga, is you going to fight or not? Man, you don't fuck with Trey, man. You like Al Heyman and Bob Arum and, you know what I'm saying, Oscar De La Hoya, all these motherfuckers to be bullshitting and shit. You like all these motherfuckers that be, you know what I'm saying, sitting up there, cheating and shit. Got to cheat for Lion Ryan and all that. You know what I'm saying? You like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that under the table shit. You like Bernard Hopkins, old coon ass, want to sit up there, you know what I'm saying, making statements that don't make no goddamn sense of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you like. You don't want no nigga to get business done. You know what I'm saying? Like T-Bud, he get business done. Earl Spence, that's my nigga and everything. But yeah, I'ma fight. Next thing you know, he like, you know what? I want y'all to see the real me. Then he don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? You like all this bullshitting back and forth. No, just step in the goddamn ring and fight. It took 58-year-old Mike Tyson to get up in that motherfucker to get motherfuckers motivated. Just get it done, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Just get to the ring, man. You know what I'm saying? And you talk all this trash about Clarissa Shields. Nah, man, I believe Clarissa Shields would get up in there with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? You said he was gonna fight Jay. Man, he wasn't gonna fight no Jay Paul, man. He was not gonna fight no Jay Paul, man. He was just playing with y'all, man. Man, if he would have fought Jay Paul, he would have went outside. You think he gonna go outside like that? No. He wasn't gonna fight no Jay Paul. And he needs to thank Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford, he's hungry. I know people gonna be like, yeah, Terrence Crawford should thank Canelo, but I think it should be the opposite of, the other way around because you have a guy that wants to fight him, that's been calling you out, that wants to do it, you know what I'm saying? Willing to fight you at any price, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is actually a legacy builder. This is a legacy fight, you know what I'm saying? No pain. This is a legacy fight. You said you just bitching Canelo. You was just bitching Canelo. Nah. Nah. What I was saying, I said you need to either retire, just retire, man. Like, I mean, I basically was saying is if you're not gonna fight anybody, just go ahead and retire. But he made up for that. You know what I'm saying? He done made up for that. He basically, bro, what the hell is you doing? These people do not know how to drive. This dude don't know what he doing. So, what's up, Ashley, sweetie? I see you in the building. You ready for the Super Bowl, sweetie? Man, make up your mind. No pain. Ashley, man, we up in here talking boxing right now. We was talking about Pat Mahomes and MJ Queen. And make sure y'all go follow Ashley. She doing the bets. They trying to get Ashley down here in Texas. They trying to bring gambling here. They trying to bring the casinos here and stuff. But like I said, man, you need to make up your mind, man. I mean, 1 minute you got Tank as the number one, then the next minute you got T Bud. You know what I'm saying? Like, make your mind up, man. Who do you have? You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to know. Who you got? That's what. Yeah. So, um, yeah, it's going down. But man, Canelo wasn't gonna never fight no. He wasn't gonna fight no Jake Paul. T Bud and Tank, man, come on, man. That's just popularity, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the number one fighter in the world right now um is Usyk, man. Okay? Usyk is number one. Tank is number two. I mean, T Bud is number two. Matter of fact, I got Usyk and T Bud neck and neck. But I gotta give it, if I had to give it to anybody, I'd give it to Usyk, because Usyk, man, he beat Tyson Fury 2 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he came back and ran it back and beat him again. Done beat Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? He beat Anthony Joshua ass. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he ran it back. He ran it back with Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I think he ran it back with Joshua, right? Yeah, he ran it back with Joshua. Beat him twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? No, he won't. If listen, I fuck with Wilder, but nah, not Usyk's too. Man, he too he's supremely gifted when it comes to boxing, man. Nah, you're not dropping Usyk. Absolutely not, man. That's how I know. That's how I know you on some video game stuff, man. Nah, this is real life, man. And you said styles make fight. This, in a case like this, no, you're not dropping you're not dropping Usyk. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Yeah, nah, you capping. Like, think about what you just said. You said that Wilder would drop Usyk, which makes absolutely no sense at all. And like I said, I fuck with Wilder, but he doesn't his skill set doesn't match up with Usyk. Now, anybody could get dropped on any given day, but Usyk could take a punch too, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he's pretty good at he's pretty good at avoiding punches too. I mean, he dropped him, but he didn't knock him out though. He didn't knock him out. I mean, there's a big difference, but he wouldn't get dropped. He wouldn't get laid out. I don't think. Matter of fact, I know that. See, that's how I know you don't even watch. You never even paid attention to Usyk. That's how I already know you. You didn't really pay attention to Usyk. You hasn't. You so busy. You so busy paying attention to Tank, and you know what I'm saying. You're with the popularity. You don't really like Usyk. Actually, is close to the sweet science. He actually, like, from a heavyweight perspective, Usyk, man, he is he's got a really good mid range, man. And on top of that, he's always fighting undersized. He's been undersized in all of his fights, pretty much. T. Oh my god. On that note, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Shouts out to the whole entire LDBC, Lions Den, basketball, boxing community. And to them, I am out.